You know what? Google is tripping. Yep, Google is tripping. Give me 1 second, player. Let me make a call. Hello, Chai. Chai. What up, Chai? Hey, look here, player. Let me tell you something. I won't even lie. The Pixel 6 Pro, butter. But y'all gotta get everything together over there at Google, man. How is it the whole phone leaked like 2-3 months ahead of time? Hello? Chai. Don't do this to me, player. Man, I'm just trying to help you out over there. What is up, YouTube? All right, let's make this clear up front. Hands down, this is the best software experience on any Android smartphone. Arguably the best cameras on any Android phone as well. And best of all, the best flagship pricing of any Android smartphone. But it's not perfect. You guys know how I do. I get straight to it. Let's talk about the cons. Con number 1 is right here on this side. It's the power button placement. Now, it's not the worst thing in the world. I'm just not used to it. I keep hitting the value button instead of the power button, but eventually I obviously will adjust. That just was a little awkward for me. Another thing, con number 2, as I unlock it with this under fingerprint display, this Google search bar is unremovable. I'm not a fan of that. I just want icons on my home screen. And then last but not least, con number 3, no micro SD card slot. Now that one, I'm just speaking up for the people, but let's be honest, the micro SD card slot on flagship Android devices, I think it's a thing of the past. All right, enough of the cons, let's really dig into this phone. Let's start off with the design. You guys, this is the smoothest, baddest Pixel that we've seen to date thus far. It's finally at that flagship design. It's finally Google Pixel that can compete with an iPhone and a Samsung device. You pair the fact that Google finally gave us a triple camera array. 3 cameras, no longer the single Google camera or the 2, and we don't think you need this one. They gave us the whole kit and caboodle. Shout out to Google. This is hands down one of the best 120 Hz displays on an Android device. Pretty sure it's courtesy of Samsung, but it's visually stunning, as well as for this to be a flagship device, its weight coming in at 210 grams is extremely light in comparison to all of today's flagship. I appreciate that. You know, I always talk about the weight and the size, and this thing is slim and extremely light. It is a joy and a pleasantry to carry and use. So basically, we pair all of that goodness with stereo speakers, IP68, 12 gigabytes of RAM, fast charging both wirelessly and via a cable, and what do you have? The true makeup, finally, of a Google Pixel flagship. This is exciting. Get excited, y'all. Now, let's talk display. This by far is one of the best, smoothest, and nicest 6.7-inch AMOLED 120 Hz LTPO displays on the market. Giving off very much that Samsung vibe, as I alluded to earlier, with all of the saturation. It's built extremely well, kind of has that curved display. But one thing I want to know, because I know a lot of people don't like curved displays, there's this nice, what would you call that? A bezel that kind of helps negate the whole ghost touches. So it's very well thought of and designed. It's actually a pretty decent implementation of the curved display. Once you pair it with these beautiful stereo speakers, I mean, consuming all types of content, whether it be in photo, video. Look, let me pull up IG real quick. All right, let's get it. My guy C-Kid right here with the little video drop. See, look how beautiful this display is. It looks extremely good. You gotta enjoy when you get a great display on a great flagship smartphone. You feel like you're getting your money's worth, and it's also at that 1440p resolution. 60 Hz to 120 Hz, 1440p. Now next up, let's get straight into it. What most of you guys have come to see and learn about. The cameras on the Google Pixel. You've probably heard people whispering and yelling and shouting at the top of their lungs of how great Google Pixel camera photo image processing has been over the years. It has been that. One of the best photo imaging processing on any smartphone camera. But there was just this lack when it came to the video department. I would send most people to, hey, get the iPhone for the better video, or even a Samsung device. But this year, that all changes. I'll put it to you like this. Google this year has some of the best, if not the best, photo image processing of any smartphone. And the beauty of it is this year we also get that same beauty in the video department. The AI, that Google Tensor chip, this whole camera array is very top notch. it is among the best. Honestly, this is the first year that I can recommend a Google Pixel phone, not just for photos, but also for video. So what are you getting? You're getting a 50 megapixel wide, a 48 megapixel telephoto, a 12 megapixel ultra wide, as well as 11.1 megapixel ultra wide selfie camera. You can take photos of everybody. You get the group photo, everybody gonna want you to take your photo with the Google Pixel. How you gonna send it to all of them? That's gonna be another part to discuss later, but you're definitely gonna be the photographer at the outings with your people, because the Pixel 6 Pro, butter. All right, let's talk about battery life. One of the great things about this brand new Google Pixel 6 Pro is the fact that Google has created their own chip, the Google Tensor chip. Finally, Google is on par with that Apple-like get down. When you control the software as well as the hardware, magical things can happen. So basically, you add a LTPO display that jumps from 60 Hz to 120 Hz as needed, the software efficiency, along with the new Google Tensor chip, player. So basically, I say all of that to say that the battery life has been good and efficient thus far. Now, the next area of conversation that I want to get into is software and performance. Notice one thing, just take a second, take a peek at this. Look how when I open that, open up Twitter. Look at how fast and snappy this thing is. YouTube, boom, so fast. Twitter, so fast. Instagram, so fast. No matter what I open, it is always extremely fast. So basically, pure Android paired with Google's new Tensor chip is really giving you the smoothest, cleanest, and most efficient Android software experience on the market. The animations are extremely good and smooth. Android 12 just looks great. Look at the top shade. Look at how beautiful that is. I love it. I love it. It has this very luxe, premium. It's just like you feel like you're at the top of the line of what Pixel has to offer when you're using this device. And I love every bit of it. At the end of the day, the user interface is just so clean and well put together. It trumps a lot of other user interfaces that are out there in the Android market. And this is also on par with the iPhone. One thing I've always said is that the Pixel is the iPhone of Android. And as of today, that statement couldn't be any more truer than it really is. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the iPhone of Android. So I am a longtime pure Android fan, and honestly, this Pixel right here is the Pixel flagship that I have been waiting for over all of these years. I go way back to the Nexus 6P. I've had Pixel 3, Pixel 3a, Pixel 4, Pixel 4a, Pixel 5, Pixel 5a, and now the Pixel 6 Pro, and it's finally that flagship quality that we will know and love and speak about. All right, last but not least, what should we talk about? User experience, the number one most important thing that matters the most. After you calculate and add up all of these ridiculous spec and tech specs, numbers and sheets and things like that, what does it really mean to use this smartphone? What is it really like? That's the number one thing that matters, and that's where I like to really focus in expressing. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Basically, within a couple of hours of me testing and using this here Google Pixel 6 Pro, I instantly removed my SIM card from out of my Galaxy Fold 3 and I placed it into the Google 6 Pro. Typically, you're probably thinking, CJ, you only did that because you're testing it right now. No, I did it because the pure Android experience, that software experience, the snappiness, I just literally fell in love with this device. And it's no shade to the Galaxy Fold 3 because let's be honest, this Google Pixel 6 Pro is not as innovative or feature packed as this Galaxy Fold 3. This is a totally different smartphone in a league of its own, and I recognize that. But in essence, user experience is the number one thing that matters and one that really delivers on what I think the true Android experience should be and is. Basically, no matter how much I love the innovation and features of a Samsung device, as far as from a software standpoint, pure Android has always taken the precedent for me. Now, I'll be honest, to some people, or maybe to a lot of people, I don't know, pure Android might seem boring or just featureless in comparison to a Samsung device, which just has all of these crazy features that aren't even available on Android, the Samsung Jam packs in there and so forth. But the speed, the smoothness, the undeniable software experience on a pure Android device is just bar none. I'ma say it again, as I've always said, the Google Pixel is the iPhone of Android, and that statement reigns truer than ever with this device.
They say if you can't beat them, then you join them. That's no option, I don't join, I always beat them.
I ain't got a pin to drop because this don't got a pin with it. I don't got anything to drop, but I'm gonna place this right here and you get the point.